Hello everyone, my name is Juan David Martinez Valera. Today I want to share with you the incredible journey of my pedagogical practice, which took place at the Colegio Celestin Freinet in Bogota. Okay, I had the privilege of working with a group of fourth grade students who are around 9 and 10 years old. If I had to describe them in one word, it would be, for example, I don't know, energetic. They absolutely thrive in environments that are dynamic and based on play and movement. However, when I first started, I noticed a huge barrier. They showed significant hesitation and anxiety during oral production tasks. When asked to speak English individually, they just froze. And for example, they were hiding behind a high affective filter that prevented that from using English spontaneously. Traditionally, teacher-centric grammar drills were clearly ineffective and just made things worse. So, because of this, I developed my research proposal titled in this poster, for example, the power of multimodality, enhancing oral confidence and reducing speaking anxiety in fourth grade in EFL learners. Okay, so it is my primary objective in this was to analyze how integrating multimodal tools like gestures, for example, image and sounds, it can improve oral confidence and reduce speaking anxiety in my students. To achieve this, I focused on designing and implementing lesson plans that use visual and kinesthetic scaffolding to see exactly how these tools influenced their engagement. So, of course, before making chance in the classroom, I had to ground my practice in theory. My theoretical framework is built on strong belief that the language learning should be a multisensory journey rather, rather than just a list of rules to memorize. I brought gesture, images, and physical movement into the classroom. So, in that, I think that the students could connect with English throughout their bodies and emotions. And the core idea is that when we lower the pressure and make the language tangible, children naturally feel the courage to use their own voices. Also, following Pine, I view that my role as researcher of my own classroom, building a democratic and inclusive environment, looking at empirical studies, I found that the most successful strategies for primary school learning priorities that students' agency rather than simple test scores. Recent trends show that moving away from traditional drills and using multimodal scaffolding is that actually helps children overcome that initial silence. Empowering students to play and interact with visual tools is the key to building lasting confidence. So, how we put this into practice? Okay, my research was framed within a qualitative action research design. This was fundamental because it allowed me to actively analyze and transform my own teaching to directly address their linguistic anxiety. This process I followed a continuous cycle of planning, action, and reflection. I designed a specific lesson plan focused on multimodal tools, implemented them throughout games and physical movement, and then analyzed the data. To collect this data, I used field diaries to record my personal observations on their emotional responses, and students exit tickets to gather concrete evidence of their academic progress. In the class, we completely shifted the dynamic. Instead of writing off the board, we used total physical response and kinesthetic learning. We played movement-based game and used visual scaffolds. It was all about making them feel comfortable. To wrap up, the results were incredibly rewarding. Implementing these multimodal strategies led to a significant transformation. That initial defensive silence was completely replaced by active and voluntary oral participation. When I reviewed my failed diaries and exit tickets, I thought that the studies achieved an amazing success rate of between 80% and 100% in units about feelings, demonstrative, and preposition or something like that. Okay, ensuring the language and physical and emotional experience effectively lowered the affective filter, allowing my graders to feel secure and now to use their voices with genuine confidence and joy. This entire process taught me that when children are empowered through movement and visual scaffolds, speaking naturally decreases, leading to a much more human and meaningful learning experience. And thank you very much.